Hi, Mouse here. I'm back for another video. Today is Sunday, July 28th, 2024. And it's been a bit since I've done a vlog, so I'm trying to get back into it. Well, procrastinating and has been going on too for a while. But I've got a bunch of notes here. I'm actually going to be working on a new channel. I'm not going to abandon this channel, but it's going to focus on different stuff. And yeah, it's a little easier now if you have multiple channels to flip through them with YouTube's way of logging in. So I'm gonna try it. So I had been in a rough spot for a little while, so I didn't really want to vlog, and I don't want to get too detailed right now, but a lot of things were going on in my life that I needed to work on. I knew it was coming before it came, but I ended up having a breakup that wasn't fun. I knew it was gonna come to that, but I still wasn't ready for it, if that makes sense. But anyways, besides that, my birthday was Father's Day, and it was the worst birthday I've ever had. It was not fun at all. I did get to go out for a little birthday lunch, but that wouldn't have been able to overshadow things anyways, but ended up having to go put Daisy down. My sister had her to the vet the day before, and they gave her some medications. They were hoping she'd get better, but when we got her home, I couldn't get her to eat anything, so I couldn't get the medication in her. And then on my birthday, which was the next day, she just went downhill fast. It got to the point where I had to hold her up so she wasn't choking on her own vomit, and yeah, she wasn't able to get up to go potty, nothing. So we took her in. There was nothing they could do. Her body was just shutting down at that point because she didn't have the medication she needed, and it was just her time. So the vet was able to put her down so that she could at least go out with dignity and not suffer until she died naturally. So that was good. We were at least able to give her that, and so they did euthanize her. But the alternative wasn't really an option. I mean, we couldn't let her suffer like that, and there was nothing else we could do at that point. She wasn't as bad the day before, but just overnight, I tried and I tried and I tried. I didn't want to force anything down her throat, but I just couldn't get her to eat anything. I couldn't even take a sausage piece and stick the medication in it and get her to eat that. She'd just turn her head away. The night before, and then, like I said, on my birthday, she just got where she couldn't even move by herself. So, yeah. And then, it was really annoying. I'm dealing with all that, and the person I was seeing, now, it used to be every year he'd at least make an effort for my birthday. This year, he forgot my birthday, and then that was bad enough, but some other things came up that I kinda had suspicions was going on in the background, but I didn't really know for sure. And so I said, okay, this has gotta, no more. So, yeah. I was dealing with that and all my depression stuff, and he knew the dog was sick. He didn't end up knowing the dog had been put down on my birthday because we didn't even end up talking till a few days later. And then it was like, oh well, I had it in my phone, but my phone for some reason didn't alert me, and yeah, so I was like, okay, it's weird. Multiple years you made an effort to call me on my birthday, wish me happy birthday, whatnot, and then all of a sudden you conveniently forget, and you already knew I was struggling with a bunch of stuff going on in my own life. It seems more like something else was going on, to be honest, but anyways, so I just told him I couldn't deal with that right now, to forget my number, blocked him on everything. We don't live in the same town right now, so it was pretty easy to just sever ties. So yeah, anyway, that just means I get to focus more on me and what I want to do with my life, because I've really been in a rut for a while. I don't like where my life is right now, and I'm not blaming anyone else. That's a me thing. But now I'm focusing on things that are going to make my life better for me. And yeah, so I've made some notes from a few different places about what I want to do with my channel, like a mission statement and a vision statement for the new channel, which will be neat. I've been writing down little notes of different words and stuff I want to use. Like here, I just wrote down one word that I want to use. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. And I wrote down 2 words that are similar meaning, and I'm trying to figure out the verbiage I want to use. Another thing I did was I made, what one's this? This one's a list of some videos I want to do, and I have 4 check boxes. So I got the channel introduction, which is a must. Introduction of who I am. So pretty much what kind of a creator I am, what I plan to bring to the table for my new channel, kind of thing, I guess, as you'd say. And then I wrote down, because one of the things I want to do with this other channel, which I haven't made any of the videos yet, is I'm going to be doing a video dream journal. So the first dream journal I want to focus on, which is going to be a past dream, because I had a lot of them that I want to talk about on the new channel. It's a dream I had, which was funny enough. I went to bed the night before April Fool's and had this dream. It's not a joke. I actually had the dream, and it was kind of interesting. So I'm not gonna get too big into it, but in the dream, for some reason, I was invited on a Bigfoot hunt, and I have no strong connections with that community or anything, so it would be really weird if I was invited. But in this dream, apparently I'd went on a couple and nothing had happened, so I'm like, I got this. I didn't see anything at the other few I went on. I got this. Which in real life I haven't actually been on any. So I get there, and I'm not going to get too far into details, but I didn't actually see any Bigfoot. But we ended up, someone came up with this crazy idea of splitting into groups, and I ended up going off in a group with one other, being partnered with one other person that's actually a real person. So that was kind of weird. And of course, something did happen, but not what would be expected to happen. And I'll just leave it at that. It was just a weird dream, but I have a lot of weird dreams, so I want to kind of interpret meanings or different things. And then I had another one the other day about about another person that is a family friend, and I wanted to go a little bit about that. And then I just got some stars of some ideas, like I'm gonna be doing backlogs and current dream journal, because I haven't actually done a video dream journals before, but I think it'll be interesting. I'm gonna talk about 5 video ideas and get implementing my goals. Also a video on my vision statement, which will also be on that channel. And I'll talk about some things that are important to me, like the Gates of Horn and Ivory, which I'm not talking about the actual mythology, the Gates of Horn and Ivory, but I might talk a little bit about that on there too. Yeah. Doing some profiles on different things. I don't want to get too in details and give it all away. But I got like 20 different things down here, and then so just 2 pages on this one. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about one thing in particular that might be 2 videos, I don't know, depending on how much information I put together for it. That'll be talking about old-time radio shows, 2 of them, The Whistler and The Shadow, and how the characters for those shows relate to some supernatural / myth kind of stuff. So I thought I've seen that connection before, and I thought it would be interesting to talk a little bit about it, which, yeah. Then I made some 2 pages of goals. That's just like stuff I want to do. And then I didn't write on the back of the first page and just started the other page. But this is some things I want to do before the year is over for myself. And of course, the very top thing I put, which I didn't really put all this in order, is the Bad Flower concert in October of this year, which will be near me, that I do want to go and attend, which is exciting because I haven't been to a concert like that before. The only actual concerts I've done have been like free ones at the New York State Fair, which I've kind of more been on the sidelines and didn't really get up to where the actual concert was, so I was quite a ways away, but I could still hear things, kind of thing. So I was thinking I didn't want to do it alone, but now I'm thinking I might see if I can do it alone, because I do want to do more new things, and that's a whole other thing. I gotta finish Chris's video courses, which I got a few of those. I can probably link it in the description later. So if you don't know who that is, I don't know him personally, but there's this guy named Chris. He does videos on vocals, so I've started them, I think it was last year, but I haven't been doing anything with it for a while, and he goes over like screaming and stuff, so you gotta protect your voice and do different things. And he's got some free courses, so I've been trying them out, and then maybe maybe in the future I'll be able to actually purchase some of the courses on his website for even more, but those ones, there's just a couple that are free, and then most of them you have to pay for, and they're a little bit of money for me, but I'm thinking they'd be worth it, but I'm gonna wait and see. until at least if I can finish the free ones before I take on the paid ones. I don't know if I'll get it done before the year is done, but I do want to get a new laptop. Because, yeah, my laptop is Windows 7, so I can't use it for YouTube or anything. It would be nice if I could have one just for the YouTube stuff, but that'll be farther down the road probably. It'll probably more be a personal laptop. I don't know yet. I had to make a video schedule for the channel, because one thing I found, which makes sense because I am autistic, is I do better when I have a schedule. It doesn't need to be super strict, but that structure helps me focus a little better. So I am going to be having a video schedule for the new channel. One thing I'd like to try, which I've never done, that I put on here, is write lyrics for one song. I've never wrote my own lyrics or music before, but I've always wanted to, so that'll be fun. When I was like 5, before I even knew it was a thing, I kinda did some like parody things, but they weren't very good. And I don't have the papers where I wrote those down. Well, I was probably a little older than 5, but still, I don't have that anymore, and I don't really remember how I changed those songs. And yeah, I don't want to do that kind of thing. I want to actually write something more personal and meaningful. I mean, that was fun when I was little to do stuff like that, but it wasn't actually me writing a song. I like changed a couple words or something. Which is not quite the same as actually putting more effort into it. But that can probably be a common thing for kids. And then I got like 10 books on here I want to finish or start. Like the Alien Encounters book I'm reading by Rupert Matthews. The Finnish Bow Hunting Deer book by Johnny Phillips, which I've never been hunting at all, but I really wanted to read this book, and I really want to get into experiencing more things. A fun one, I got The Simpsons Belly Buster comic book, which is a collection of the comics, and I just want to do something fun to add to my Goodreads. I also I want to read The Clan of the Cave Bear, which I got that book now. I don't know if I'm going to like it, because looking at reviews, it's a interesting kind of book. It seems like there's people that either really love it or really hate it. I haven't seen anyone that was like in between. It's either strong hate or strong love for that book. And it's an older book that was made into a movie, which I haven't seen the movie either. I want to read Firefall by Ed Ruggiero. I think that's how you say his name. And I want to finish 15 Tools to Turn the Tide, which I don't know why I didn't end up finishing that sooner. It's a really good book so far. And I'm going to hang these on my wall so I can mark these off as I do them and do as many as I can. Of course, make the first video for that channel. And I got a little series I'm going to do on that channel of something called Picture of Me, which it's kind of a take on Lee Brice's song Picture of Me, but I wanted to do something in video format that's not actually a song, that focuses on some things about me. And then I got some simple goals on here, like I put in here. I want to clean some things. And my sister said she can't, so I wanted to see if I could maybe carpool with the coworkers, because there's a team building thing coming up in August, which anyone that works for the company I work for right now can sign up for, and that's going to be axe throwing, which I've never done, and sounds like it would be pretty fun. I have a really neat idea of a canvas painting I want to do, which will be a galaxy picture. I got a rock kit I've been wanting to try that teaches how to paint these galaxy scenes. And then I want to do that, and I want to put something in front of the galaxy scene. So the galaxy would be the background, which would be pretty beautiful to see if I can get it right. And then a picture in the main picture would be over that. I don't want to give too many details away of that one either. So when I get that finished, that'll be going up on my DeviantArt, of course. And then I wanted to do something different, so there's a couple of screenshots I took from Bad Flowers' Teacher Has a Gun music video, and I want to draw one of the band members from that. I'm thinking I'd like to try experimenting with drawing different band members from different bands and stuff. Just because I think it would be neat, because I don't do well, I shouldn't say I don't do a lot. I haven't really done real people pictures, so I want to expand and get a little out of my comfort zone for that. So there would be 2 pictures, and then I'd end up doing the singer, who was Josh Katz. If it's good enough, I might even post it to their Facebook fan page, and maybe they'd see it. That would be neat. And maybe if it was good enough, I might just do the rest of the band members. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But I think that would be neat. And it's funny, because I made this note to do this, and told myself I'm going to go to the concert, and then I can't show it now because I'm recording with my tablet, but I've been playing AI game a lot, and it's kind of funny. I don't know how it happened, but my one character ended up getting a surprise gift of a concert, and then it spiraled into it being a concert by Bad Flower, which I don't fully know how it went that route, but anyways, my character ended up singing up on stage, which wouldn't actually happen for me if I went to a concert, but it was kind of neat to play around with, and that it ended up coming up when I had wrote for my first thing that I wanted to go to the Bad Flower concert in October this year. So after playing around with that, I really would like to do that. Now, I wouldn't mind doing the VIP thing if I can. I probably wouldn't actually meet the band members because there's no meet or greet on this one from what I'd seen on the thing. But it may not sound like it from what I was just saying, but I'm not really an idolizing kind of fan, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'll ever meet them, and I'm not like, oh, I gotta meet them, I gotta be best friends with them someday, kind of thing. I mean, I'm sure they're probably cool people. I've read online a few people, because I started looking into the concert when I seen it was coming up, that have said they went to previous concerts and they're a really good band to actually watch live, so that's pretty neat. And I haven't seen any people saying anything negative, which is nice. But I really relate to a lot of their music. But even the stuff I don't relate to, I can kind of get a sense of the deepness for it. One of my favorite songs, Ghost, is really good, but of course I can't relate to it in the way that it's presented, especially with the music video, because I've never actually lost someone like that. But for me, listening to the lyrics, it does kind of parallel to me how depression can feel. And it can really feel like the people around you don't notice or care what you're going through. And it's true. It may not be that the people around you don't care. It could be just that they've got so much of their own stuff going on that they don't actually realize how bad you're suffering, especially if you're trying to mask it. And a lot of times I do try to mask and keep things to myself, but yeah. And no, I'm not about to unalive myself or anything crazy. I made all this stuff up, all these notes, and I'm still working on notes. There's even one on my phone. Let's see. I think I put it on my phone, but maybe it was on there. Oh, yeah. So one of the things I'm going to talk about, which is going to be probably its own video from this little blurb I did, and plus it's on this list, so I was thinking of doing it as a blurb for that. Or did I put it on this one yet? Oh yeah, it's in the middle. Is Virtual Zoo, which, when you first say it, it sounds kinda not very deep, but when I actually get into all of these notes, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 paragraphs of what I'm going to be talking about that, which I'll get more into why I want to add that to my picture of me collection. Because sure, most of you watching this, or maybe anyone now, probably won't even know what Virtual Zoo is. It was a game kind of thing a long time ago. On the internet, it was a website. It was a virtual pet website, which you could probably guess from it being called Virtual Zoo. And it's not just the virtual pet itself, but I'll go in more detail on that video. I've already been talking a lot. And then I said I wanted to go see Twisters, even though that's one of the things I've had a lot of nightmares about as a child. Even though living in upstate New York where I grew up, there has not been a bunch of tornadoes, but there's a few reasons, if you look into video interpretation, why a child might have a lot of tornado nightmares if they've never actually seen a tornado in real life. And the dream started even before the first Twister movie. So yeah, I'm pretty old. Getting up there, almost 40. Anyways, another thing I did on the goals list was I want to do some solo waterfall hikes, which I've borrowed a book from the library a few times, even borrowed the digital version of waterfall hikes in Tennessee. And it's a big book, and it just goes over different waterfalls and trails around them for hiking. And I'd really like to go see some of them. I think I'd like to do some solo hikes on that because I don't get to get out in nature and do my own thing enough, and I really need to do some things on my own that help me on this journey I'm starting. I might be able to link later when I start get things going on the other channel, on my Facebook fan page, or even link it on my channel for other channels, because that's a really big, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Sorry. I don't know why, but she's got now where she randomly goes off about the weather the next day. I don't know if I authorized that or if that's just a thing it does now. but it happens randomly, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna really be working on this channel. I've also started working with, well, I shouldn't say working with, but helping Ryvoss as a mod for his YouTube, his YouTube channels, Facebook group and stuff. So that was another thing that was able to help me channel some energy into something positive, and I really like his channel and want it to grow more, so I figured it would be good to offer to help with that. He seems really cool. If you've been checking my Facebook page for this channel, I've been linking his videos and lives up. He does a call-in video called C2C that's really awesome. It's fairly new. He gets on there, and then people can call in by going to his link and telling them their experiences, or probably talk about their dreams or something. I don't think anyone's done that yet. There is one that I've missed that I'll have to look into, but he has talked about his own dreams that he's had on there sometimes. And yeah, it's a really awesome channel. I'd like to see it grow more, so I do want to kinda push for that a little. But again, that's someone else's channel, and it's someone that I feel my energy would be well spent helping in the way that I've volunteered to do. So he's in the paranormal cryptid community, so that's the kind of stuff he does, and that's kind of what my new channel is going to be a little on. I have had some interesting experiences, so I will be talking about that a little on my own channel. I don't know if I'll be able to put the energy into it to make it grow enough that people will send me their own stories, but I at least want to work on talking about my stuff a little more, and kind of video logging my dreams at least, and see from there. I haven't posted anything about my channel yet, but I've decided I'm not going to be posting my videos or anything in his group or other groups. I'm going to try not, well, especially with him, I don't want to feel like I'm piggyback-offing someone else's success, which would be kind of cruddy to do. But also, I just want to see where it goes with my own efforts, not trying to push it so much in that kind of way, I guess you'd say, if that makes sense. But I have a lot I want to talk about, I have a lot I want to do, and I want to get going on that. And another thing I want to focus on in my life is my kind of spiritual side of things. And I may get a little more into that, talking about my spiritual journey on the new channel, which will be on an account called Oracular Mouse, which is not fully functional yet because I haven't done the videos or anything yet. But I put off procrastination, started with the list. I'm going to put together my first video soon for that introduction, then get right in it and start doing backlogs of video logs of some of the dreams I've had in the past that I think are interesting, and then consistently get to talking about dreams. Lately I've been having trouble recalling my dreams, but another thing I'm gonna do because I have an idea of why I might not be able to recall my dreams very good, is work on myself. I haven't been sleeping very good, so that can affect your ability to recall dreams. I'm very horrible at keeping hydrated, so that can also affect your ability to recall dreams. I'm gonna get a little bit more back into fitness stuff, which will help me sleep better. I'm going to start hydrating better and taking a little better care of myself in that area, because I've been lacking that for a couple years or so now, which is horrible, but I'm gonna get back to focusing on me and making me a better version of myself, evolving myself. I'm not really focusing on romance or anything right now, but I do want to increase my friend circle, or bubble, or however you want to call it. I want to focus on doing new and exciting things within reason. I don't want to do anything super dangerous or reckless or anything like that. And yeah, so that's a lot, and we're up to 40 minutes. So I better cut this video, just like I need to go get a haircut again. And yeah, so thank you if you watched the whole thing, or even most of it, and kind of skipped through some parts. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I've had a lot going on. I've also been thinking a lot more of my dad lately, who has passed away. So it's not been the funnest of times, but I'm at a point where I'm ready to change. I'm ready for growth. I'm ready to not be feeling the way I've been feeling, and I'm putting plans together to implement a better, more fulfilling life for myself, because I'm not happy with my life, I'll admit it. But the only person's fault that is my own, so I do take accountability for that, and I'm ready to change it, so I can change that, and I'm going to change my life for the better. I'm gonna see what kind of fun stuff happens, focus on some more spiritual stuff. I'm also looking into some free courses, which I'm a little annoyed. Last night I was looking at one on my phone, which was a free video for producing, and I was a good bit into it, and then, of course, what pops up on my phone but a YouTube notification for some comment. And I accidentally clicked that comment, and because I was looking at this thing through the Facebook app, it took me to that other comment, and I lost the video I was watching, and I couldn't bring it back up. And I looked on Google, it said there was a way to look in your ad history to bring it back up, but I wasn't able to figure out how to do that on my tablet my phone, because I have Facebook Lite, and it doesn't seem to have that option. And I can't really use my computer right now for that, so I don't know. I'll figure it out soon, if it's possible. If not, I hope the universe will bring the video back to me, I guess. So, universe, bring that video to me. Now, enough being goofy and taking up more time. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. I'll be back soon.